Imagine a place where time seems to stop, where the color of the sea defies any palette of artists, and where life unfolds between luxury and unbelievable. So are the Seychelles, an archipelago that seems to have come out of a forbidden stream. But make no mistake, behind the crystal-clear beaches and wild nature that embraces you at every step, there is a pulsating culture, full of contrasts, mysteries, and especially a female presence that will leave you mesmerized. Here, paradise is not just a scenery. It breathes, seduces, and calls you by name. The Seychelles, not just a travel destination, they are a state of mind, a place where luxury is not only in the mansions and millionaires' yachts, but in the small details, the smile of local women, the subtle dance of the wine between the palm trees, the feeling that you are far from everything, but exactly where you should be. In this video, you will dive into the essence of this paradise, and by doing so, you will discover why many who visit the Seychelles never return the same. But do not think that everything here is just magazine beauty. Behind the perfect images that roam the world, there are real stories, unexpected encounters, and an energy that escapes logic. The Seychelles goes beyond the postcard. They stir with what is more intimate in you. And women, get ready to know a femininity unlike anything you've ever seen. Strong, mysterious, welcoming, and at the same time free. They are a living part of this paradise and help tell a story that few dare to explore. If you are passionate about discovering what the world has of most extraordinary, then subscribe to the channel now. Leave your like to strengthen this content and comment below what surprises you the most in the Seychelles. And activate the bell not to miss the next videos, because what comes next will take you to places that you never imagined. Let's explore together this universe that goes far beyond the obvious. The luxury that breathes in the Seychelles. Luxury does not scream, it whispers. It is a sophistication that walks barefoot on the white sand, which serves up a plate of fresh seafood by the sea while the sunset dissolves the sky in shades of gold and wine. Here, the concept of wealth gains a new definition. It is not about ostentation, it is about sensations. The luxury is to be present. It's to feel the salty breeze on your face and hear the sound of the world being silent. The uniqueness of the Seychelles is something you can't buy, you try it. Resorts that seem to have been carved by nature, hidden villages on private islands, and services so personalized that you forget what is routine. But the most curious thing is that, even with all this first world structure, time here seems to slow down. It is as if the luxury gives you permission to live in truth, without haste, without pressure. Many millionaires and celebrities choose the Seychelles not only for glamour, but for peace. And this peace comes from the strategic isolation of the archipelago. Surrounded by an ocean that seems infinite and protected by strict environmental preservation laws. This makes tourism here selective, refined, and at the same time deeply connected with nature. Luxury in the Seychelles is not artificial. It's organic, it's real, and it is precisely this combination of exclusivity and simplicity that hypnotizes anyone who steps here. The feeling is that you are not just traveling, but living a parallel reality, where everything is lighter, more beautiful, more sensory, and the more you indulge in this atmosphere, the more the Seychelles take care of you. It's not just a place, it's a transformative experience. The feminine charm of the Seychelles, there is an aura surrounding the women of the Seychelles that is almost impossible to describe. They carry the beauty of the mix of African, Asian, and European ethnicities with a naturalness that impresses. But more than beauty, they have presence. They are intense, free, proud of their roots. Each look, each gesture, seems to carry a story that deserves to be told, and it is impossible not to be captivated by this magnetism. Contrary to what many think, women's power in the Seychelles is not hidden, it is celebrated. Women here occupy important spaces, lead businesses, move the economy of tourism and local culture, and still keep alive the soul of the island with its traditions, dances, and ancestral knowledge. Being in contact with them is to learn a new way of seeing the world, stronger, more beautiful and lighter at the same time. What is most impressive is how they dominate the contrast between the modern and the ancestral. You may see a Seychelles woman in a branded dress on a luxury yacht during the day, and at night she will be singing in her native language in a traditional celebration, barefoot on the village floor. They are a reflection of the very essence of the Seychelles. Sophisticated but rooted, wild but elegant, and when you cross one of them, you feel something different, a mixture of respect and fascination, because they are not here to impress anyone. They are simply being, and that is precisely what impresses. Seychelles women do not conquer you with effort, they hypnotize you with truth, a rare beauty, not only in the traces, but in the way they see and live life. The life nobody shows you in the Seychelles behind the perfect photos and drone videos. There is a Seychelles that almost nobody talks about, a pulsating life behind the scenes of paradise, where communities live with simplicity but with a sense of joy and belonging that many in the modern world have already lost. Here, the residents dance in the streets, share what they have and live in communion with nature, as if they know that they are part of something sacred. It is in this hidden everyday life that you understand the true value of the Seychelles. Children playing free in the villages, fishermen going out to sea at sunrise, colorful markets where aromas and flavors mix. All this reveals an authenticity that no Instagram photo can capture. Life here is simple, but full of soul, and maybe this is what we lack: soul. The inhabitants of the Seychelles have an almost spiritual relationship with the sea, land and time. They do not run, walk, they don't accumulate, share. They don't want to have everything. They want to live well, and when you look at it closely, you realize how much luxury can be redefined. Because sometimes the real luxury is to be able to live with freedom, beauty and connection. And at the end, when the sun slowly says goodbye behind the horizon and the sound of waves lulls the night, the Seychelles ask you a silent question. What is it, after all, to live well? Maybe it is to be here, between the nature that embraces, the women that enchant, and a life that is not measured by numbers, but by sensations. The Seychelles is not just a destination, it's a state of continuous enchantment. And once you feel it, there is no turning back. With the heart already captured by images, sounds, and sensations, it is impossible not to feel that the Seychelles are more than a place. They are a portal to a reality that defies everything you thought you knew about luxury, beauty, and freedom. Throughout this journey, we delve into the unexpected, silent sophistication, feminine stories that echo ancestry and strength, and the enchanting simplicity of everyday life that beats away from the spotlight. And now, with your feet still in the sand, it is certain something inside you has also changed. Everything in the Seychelles seems to awaken the senses, the taste of salt in the air, the blue that seems to have no end, the sound of palm trees dancing with the wind. And, in the middle of all this, a life that invites you to now. It's not just about cinema landscapes, it's about a new way of seeing the world. True wealth is not in owning, but in feeling, and who lives or passes through the Seychelles feels intensely, deeply. These islands show that paradise can be real, but it is not only made of beaches, but of connections, with nature, with people, with culture, and, above all, with yourself. Maybe that's why those who know the Seychelles come back different, with the eyes more open, the heart lighter, and the mind full of images that will never be forgotten. The luxury that they offer does not fit in suitcases, it is carried in the soul. If this video made you feel at least a little bit of the magic of the Seychelles, then you already know. This channel is your passport to discover worlds that move the soul. Sign up now. Leave your like if this content touched you. Comment below what surprised you the most in the Seychelles, and activate the bell not to miss the next destinations. Because traveling here is not about getting out of place, it's about transforming. And this is just beginning.